Welcome to my channel, to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again. Great to have you here. Bitcoin is currently trading at 105,130 US dollar. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to trade with cheap taker fees, then I can recommend you the crypto exchange mexc, which has a similar trading volume to Bitget, Bybit and OKX. But as you can see, I already highlighted you it here, the taker fees are far much lower than on the other top crypto exchanges. And on top of that, you can get an additional 20% discount on those low taker fees if you use my referral link, which you can find in the video description. And also 100 pairs, 0 fees, just on mexc. And here you can trade some popular altcoins without any fees on mexc. So let's get to Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks good to me and long. The push to the upside is impulsive in my view. Yeah, we have Sunday, so basically, price pumps happens on Sundays also in the crypto market. Yeah, most likely not, but since a few months we have seen some price actions on Sundays. So let's do a small recap. We have tracked here a rising wedge. It broke to the downside. That rising wedge which broke to the downside, we have seen the same pattern for the altcoins. The altcoins hit their take profits when Bitcoin got this selling. I have also told you yesterday that Bitcoin is stronger than the altcoins at the moment. And we have to see, because we have formed a rectangle. This here is the rectangle or the double bottom pattern. It broke to the upside. So basically it invalidated the target of the rising wedge, so I can take this one out. This wasn't a profitable trade for Bitcoin, but at least all the altcoins were profitable and very precise. So what now? I think we are breaking resistance to the upside. We had the 103,700 US dollar. We broke to the upside. We got the retests and we went into the target of that rectangle or double bottom pattern. I didn't trade Bitcoin, I traded the altcoins. I have also communicated it with you yesterday, that I'm still waiting for the 105,700 US dollar, because if they break, I even think that Bitcoin is going to outperform on the short term the altcoins. And after that, I can take my profits from Bitcoin and switch them to the altcoins. Anyway, I can take out the rectangle now because the target got hit and even overshot. So today I have also tracked two different chart patterns which are exactly the same. It is a triangle or a bullish pennant. Let's switch to the 1 hour chart. The difference between those two chart patterns, this is here the pennant, which goes then in a symmetrical triangle. The difference is the price target. So for the triangle, I use the spread of the triangle, put it to our breakout point, and it's going to tell me 108,750 US dollar is going to get the target of that pattern if we get the typical target. For the pennant, we take the push to the upside, the length of the push, and put it then to our breakout point. It's going to tell me 116,636 US dollar. Let's switch into the weekly chart. In the weekly chart, we have here in very fat white, a fat trend line. It's connecting the all-time highs. This is going to get resistance because in 2024, 2 times we got rejected already. I think in 2018 here, 2021, another 2-3 times, and here in 2018, 1 time. So this trend line is going to get us some resistance. I personally think we have the chance to break it to the upside, because in the past we have built up in the weekly chart a cup and handle formatation, which broke to the upside. The target of that cup and handle formatation is the length of the low to the resistance, and then we put it to our breakout point, which was here. So we put it to our breakout point, and it's going to tell me 123,000 US dollar. But keep in mind, this is the weekly chart, so I can make mistakes because I'm a human by several thousand US dollar. I will show you that. So if I zoom in, you can already see that I didn't put it here perfectly. I have to make it like this. Then the target is going to change by probably $1,000. Yeah, 700 US dollar. So use it please as orientation. Don't take the target, the 124,383 US dollar, as exact target. Yeah, it's not possible for me to get the perfect trend lines. Yeah, I can do it as good as possible, but not 100% perfect. Anyway, I see Bitcoin probably topping out in this bull market at round about 125,000 US dollar unless we build up other bullish patterns. So let's switch back into the 1 hour chart. So we broke the triangle to the upside. We are getting up. I will jump into a long trade. If we break the green trend line to the upside, which is currently the 105,750 US dollar, we are close to it. I want to see a breakout with a retest, then I'm in for Bitcoin. But like I said, I'm already in the trades for the altcoins. I see there at the moment more potential, but I also want to get this boost to the upside because I think a short squeeze is close to us. So if we get the push over the 107,217 US dollar, that would be positive. I have to switch into the 4 hour chart because we had here resistance in the past. If we break this key level also to the upside, then I'm going to increase my position size as well. So 105,750 US dollar. They should break to the upside, then I'm in for a trade. And afterwards the 107,250 US dollar with a nice retest, increasement of position size. First take profit 108,850 US dollar, but I think we can even get up. Yeah, it won't happen within a few hours. Yeah, it will take some days, maybe even a week or 2 weeks. But I see first Bitcoin going into the white trend line here, which is the trend line on the weekly chart where we have connected the all-time highs. So it is currently at 113,500 US dollar. For sure this will move to the upside and we don't have to hit that 100%. Like I said, on the weekly chart we can do small mistakes, yeah, just a millimeter of change can cause thousands of dollars in difference in the end of the day. So we keep that as orientation. So the circle is here bigger than on the other chart patterns. Yeah, we always put circles, areas, not an exact price. So if I want to say, for example, here we go long, then I use this area as take profit and not this one here, for example, or not the exact price, because predicting the exact price is always difficult. I hope you know that. So the whole area between 112,500 US dollar to 113,600 US dollar is going to get a take profit. If we also take it to the upside with a nice retest, then I think 125,000 is incoming for Bitcoin. So let's move to Ethereum. So we have to switch into the 1 hour chart. Here we have set double bottom pattern, which broke to the upside. It didn't get a retest, but it already went into the target of that double bottom pattern. Even exactly. Yeah, there we got a bounce. And here we got another retest. So in my view, I have also told you that we can go into the blue trend line. The blue trend line is a resistance trend line, connecting the lows here with each other, with the top here. And we also went into it, but we also broke it to the upside. So Ethereum is continuing being long to me. We have also here a falling wedge in orange. If we break it to the upside, which is currently the 2,578 US dollar, then it would be very positive, and we can even get up to 2,672 US dollar. I would still wait for the cross. Yeah, it will take several hours. Let's just think about, we get here the breakout in a few hours, and then if some hours later we get the retest, and if the retest here is going to hold, Ethereum is long, and the pullback which we have said before is probably done. We can expect another top for Ethereum then. 2,855 is the overall target. For sure, we can overshoot it, and afterwards we have to change our analysis. We have to see it when we get into that area. If we have formed other bullish patterns, which indicates higher prices than 2,855. But afterwards we have to see, in that area we are probably going to top out and going to sell off, and then then we maybe get the bigger pullback which I have talked about earlier. The pullback which we got here is already a lot. 10%, and not so much as expected. I thought it was a bit more. But I think that we are going slowly to top out, because this whole move to the upside should get finished soon. Maybe we can even get up to 3K. Not a big deal. We have to see and wait for other patterns. But after that, a bigger pullback, and maybe then hopefully a new all-time high for Ethereum, depending on how the chart structure is going to get us. So for now I don't see any patterns, because in this kind of price action and price movement there is nothing to see. I can take out the double bottom pattern because we hit the target. And if we break the blue trend line to the upside with the falling wedge in orange, get a nice retest and get a follow through, then it would be very positive to me. And yeah, we have to see. For the other coins, for the altcoins, I have already put a trend line on the chart, which looks like this in red. And this trend line is not going to be a short trend line to me, it's going to be an exit trend line. Means if we break trend lines like this to the downside, then I'm going to take profits from my long trade. Yeah, it's not worth for me to short those kinds of trend lines. But if we break it to the downside, then the chance of getting a pullback is higher, and maybe even crash far more to get a long squeeze or something. That's why I want to that's why I want to decrease my risk if we break that red trend line to the downside. I will also show you that in the altcoin update, but I can show you that here real quick. Here we have a trend line with 3 touch points. If the red trend line breaks to the downside, then I'm going to take profits for XRP. I don't care where we are. If we get a chart development like this and break it here to the downside, then I'm going to take out some money. And afterwards we have to see. If we pump up for sure, then I still have money into the market. If not, then I at least took some profits and the rest can go into break even. So thank you for watching, and in round about 30 minutes I'm going to release the altcoin update. See you.